Interestingly, though, looking at the United one, you've obviously got a lot of game changers there, but there's an obvious name missing again from the team sheet for the second game in a row. And I want to talk on him a little bit, and Marcus Rashford, because he almost, I feel like, has been a symbol of this club for the past 7-8 years since he's broken through into that team. Whatever manager was there, whether it was the Oli era, Jose era, Ten Hag era more recently, his fingerprints seem to be all over it. He's been the poster boy, essentially. But now, obviously, I think come out with a tweet the past couple of days where he's essentially announced his own exit from the club.
It's not him tweeting it. It's
Henry Winter.
It's basically him saying it. It's basically a third party, basically.
But I'll say this, from what we know.
What do you lot make of it? Because as United fans, I can imagine it's a little bit of a confusing time.
Yeah.
Very.
If we're setting the scene with this interview, I think it was something that was planned for a while, this event where he was going to go back to his school and give out presents for the holidays to his previous primary school. And then it's hard to say without the actual facts about it, but obviously the feeling it links back to what Haj said earlier about how ruthless the board is. There seems to be a feeling that if within 2 years you don't prove yourself, or 2 seasons you don't prove yourself in this Man United squad, there's no loyalties here. They're a new ownership. What you've done in the past is not relevant anymore. What you do right now is what matters. So we come to this tweet now that Henry Winter has pulled up to this event and has spoken to Rashford, and Rashford has been very open and candid about what his views are. Speaks about being dropped in the Manchester derby and how that hurt, and then was asked about what and I can't actually believe. Sometimes when I saw the original tweet, I couldn't believe how open and honest he was being. Yeah, I could do with a new challenge. Yeah, there's so much things I haven't achieved in my career. Yeah, I feel like there's another whole half of my career still left to go. Those quotes, I'll be honest, the more emotional side, as a fact, that hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Seeing those comments actually hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Did I know this day would come eventually? Absolutely. If I would be delusional if I didn't understand it, this day would come eventually. Has he done well enough in these previous seasons for him to warrant being kept without taking into credit what this interview and what the things that he said? No, absolutely not. He's been inconsistent in his form. There was the Oli when Oli got sacked in the Rangnick year. Where was
Shocking.
He wasn't there at all. He then came back under Ten Hag and had that purple patch where it was just unreal. Like he was carrying. I remember the Camp Nou comes into mind a lot, where he was just carrying the club for a long time, and then that dropped off again. So it has been like this with Rashford. He hasn't found the consistency of maybe other elite players in big clubs, for sure. Yeah. And it seems as though now the story has come to an end. And it's tough to say. I don't even like saying it, but it seems to be.
Is that what it feels like for you, Hatch?
It was a surprise. Like you mentioned, I feel like the timing of it, especially the fact that Amorim's just come in. And the way I look at football, like regardless of Man United, when a new manager comes in, every player is motivated to prove themselves. New manager comes in, and then you decide to step up and just from the jump say, listen, I'm ready for a new challenge. And I love Amorim's response to it, which was, this is the new challenge. Like I'm the new manager. I'm looking to steady the ship. I'm looking to take Manchester United back where they belong. So why are you not part of this challenge? And I feel like he's made it crystal clear that he's unhappy in Manchester. He's probably unhappy in the Premier League. He wants out of England. And I'll be real, like it's been a long time coming. And the way I look at it is, I feel like Ineos have told him, this is just me, like, this is what I think is happening. I feel like Ineos have told him, under our ownership, you are bottom of the pecking order for so many different reasons. One, performances. We're looking to cut costs. You're on what, 350k? You're at the bottom of the pecking order. I've always said in the past, I feel like Rashford, regardless of the manager, has always been top of the food chain.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that he's an academy player, what he's done over the years, Manchester
on and off the pitch, yeah.
Exactly. So I feel like Ineos have now come in and said to him, you're bottom of the pecking order. Do you have that fight in you to get back to where you belong? And I feel like he's just looked at it and said, nah.
You don't have that fight.
I don't have that motivation. I don't have that fire in my belly anymore that I once had. And maybe it's best for me to play my football elsewhere. I respect him being honest rather than
sugarcoating
it and
pretending to be a part of this new start almost. Exactly.
And then going out there on the pitch. It's like when he done that interview last year where he was like, I love it when people doubt me. I love it when people question me.
The Players' Tribune, wasn't it? Yeah.
I do my talking on the pitch. He went and scored a wonder goal against City and then continued to stink it out for the rest of the season. Yeah. And everyone cooks him for it because they were like, bro, you talk the big talk, but you stink it out. But I feel like now he's learned his lesson. I don't want part of this. Safe, I'm out.
So then do you think it's best for both parties then?
The thing is, I've got two opinions on it.
Go on.
just playing devil advocate for a second, yeah? Now you said I'm looking for a new challenge. Okay. The challenge can be elsewhere, right? That's the first thought.
Safe.
Why is it that you, man, don't think it's a new challenge under this new manager?
Now, if you looked at the quote, it was quite direct.
But
when he said a new challenge.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because he also said...
Do you think, basically, I think what you're asking is he tired almost of being this poster boy for 7 years? Has that worn him down now?
Oh, for sure.
To the point
played a
where
part in it.
he's not even interested in, regardless of what project is coming in, he's just like, I need a fresh start.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things. It's about off the pitch stuff. It's such a broad thing when you have to be the main man at one of the biggest clubs in the world.
Yeah.
I'm sure that plays a toll on him. And it's got to do with the club as well, because the club has failed for so long. So if United have been bad for so long and you are the franchise player, that's gonna be bad on you, bro.
Yeah.
More than anyone else. And the emotional toll has been evident on him, because we don't see that same kid that was running all the time, running in behind constantly, looked happy when he scored, all this kind of stuff. I can't even remember the last time he smiled when he scored a goal. Like that just shows you the emotional toll is definitely there. So I do give you that. But I still think even this interview, if I'm being honest, I had just talking about how he respects the honesty. The timing is bad, bro.
But
the timing is so bad. Because imagine being Amorim, Faisal. You walked into this new job. I want to coach. Can I coach, please?
And what he said when he was like, they asked him like, "Were you aware of this? Like, did he ask for permission?"
Brother,
he was like, "I was just as surprised as you guys."
He was T-boned by this.
Because he was saying, when he dropped him even midweek, he was saying like it wasn't a disciplinary thing.
Yeah.
He's back in contention for the next game.
But you said it was a quote. You haven't seen the interview. Brother, I've seen our players say something, it gets taken out of context. One little quote can change. You haven't seen the actual interview. You don't know how he said it, the tone of it. Maybe he just meant, on the new manager, this is a new challenge.
Cool.
I'm going to
add more to the quote. He said, "I will never speak badly about Manchester United. If I leave, I will never say a bad word about." Bro,
if I leave, not when I leave.
I'm not saying
if I leave,
because he didn't directly say when I leave. I'm just saying that if someone comes out in an interview at that timing, especially after you just got dropped from the derby, brother, we don't have to be geniuses to figure out what he's trying to say.
But if he did leave, hey, the second plan.
Talk to me. Where do you think?
I've got the right destination for him.
Same.
Project
Talk
Rashford.
to me. Talk to me.
I've got the right destination.
I've got a team in mind.
I want to hear
so
everyone's.
I think so too.
And let us know in the chat as well where you think the best destination is.
Hey, I'd be so surprised if you're
just quickly as well. Let me just get one super chat I see from Star Player. He says, "My boy F Dog, good to see you back. Good to see you as well back in the super chat."
And also one more super chat from NA. He said, "I don't support Spurs, but inshallah, brother Fuad." Mashallah, man.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Only the powers above can help us, man. I'm telling you.
But my Astaghfirullah. Only the Almighty
Hey,
can.
the Almighty. The Almighty.
He can do a lot of things,
Hey.
especially with the rapping.
We're gone. You say next destination.
My destination for I was just about to say Kylian Mbappe. Wallahi, that's a tough challenge.
He's already trying to sell him. He's already recommending something.
Get rid of Mbappe already.
For Rashford, he came, I don't know. I saw a report online from a Spanish newspaper saying that Rashford would love to go to Spain.
La Liga, yeah.
I don't think Italy is the right. A lot of English players go to Italy to do well. I feel like Spain. There is one team in particular.
Talk to me.
I think we all have the same team.
That's team.
I think we all have the same team.
Who's got a manager?
Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Who's got two? Who's got previous with two British players, Trippier and Gallagher.
Oh, you an Atleti?
Under a manager.
Oh, I didn't go Atleti.
Wait. So outside of, did you
Barca,
think Barcelona, Madrid?
I thought Barca.
Nah.
Let me connect. I'm going to sell it out.
Hold on.
I'm going to sell it out.
Okay. I just said that jokingly. I don't know
Let
who's
me say
serious.
no.
Go, yeah.
me-
Go on.
Under Simeone,
Talk to me.
the history and what he's done in making players, the likes of Suarez, everyone counting him out. Here you go. You won us the league. Antoine Griezmann, when Barca didn't want him,
Makes
come
sense.
back.
Makes sense.
Morata, being everywhere. Memphis Depay even had a little stretch of a moment.
Yeah.
He knows Trippier. He knows English. Gallagher's just been here. The system, I think, works perfectly for him.
Yeah.
Because they don't play four at the back, that thing.
Yeah.
He always changes it with three forwards. I can't lie. Under Simeone, Marcus could cook.
Yeah.
You think the same as well?
Yeah.
Talk
to me. Go on, speak on it.
I was thinking Atleti because I feel like every player that feels like they've been hard done by at their previous club. Like look at Conor Gallagher, perfect example. He got hounded out of Chelsea. The dude wanted to stay and they binned him.
Yeah.
And look at how he's cooking under Simeone. Simeone for me is one of the best player motivators out there. And I feel like he'll look at Rashford and see like a broken toy,
Yeah,
like
a
a
wounded
player,
animal, yeah.
a wounded animal,
Yeah.
a player that still has something to offer. You can make a case in his prime years, he'd be looking at him and just like licking his lips in a sense where he's like, I can get something out of you. And like Faisal said, Luis Suarez.
Yeah.
Everyone at Barcelona looked at him and they were like,
David
fam,
Villa.
you're finished. David Villa.
Diego Simeone loves damaged
players.
goods. He loved damaged goods.
And I'll be real, if he gets something out of him, you look at the attack, Griezmann.
My question to that then would be, though, do you think Rashford, I feel like mentally he's almost checked out for the past 18 months or so, especially on the pitch. I feel like his body language and things like that. Does he go to that system and it almost just seems like a fish out of water and it's too much for him to adapt to now?
But it's a revenge.
Because as well, you could say the revenge. The revenge story sounds nice in
Yeah.
theory, but I'm thinking the João Felix scenario where he just goes there and it's water and oil.
But it's two
Like
different-
Rashford is like,
No,
bro,
no, no.
I'm not interested in I'm just trying to be that's why even the Barcelona
Cool.
one, I can
Okay.
kind of hear that more
Let me
where
s-
it's kind of more of a fluid system.
Yeah.
I just go and be a kind of complementary piece,
Yeah.
and I can just be a driving force in successful key moments where I feel like this is almost asking him to get back in the trenches.
Yeah.
And I'm like, does Rashford really want to get back in the trenches at this stage in his career? Because Diego Simeone is offering you nothing but steel-toed caps and a shovel. And he's saying, my brother, you're here to work. I don't know if Rashford's looking at them steel-toed caps.
Since Oli, I haven't seen him.
I don't know if he's looking at them steel-toed caps and going, you know what, I'm ready to prove the world wrong. I feel like Rashford's already feels like he's achieved a lot, and now he just wants almost like the trophies to go with
So
it.
that's why I think Barcelona on the last line of defense, running in behind. Potentially, if they're looking to something after Lewandowski, he's not getting any younger.
Yeah.
Brother, with Yamal creating, Rafinha creating for him. If you're talking about the star story, with him saying a club of what I believe to be my stature and my marketing ability, brother, he might look at Simeone and think that's
I
beneath
think that
him.
is very underrated is how wanted Marcus Rashford is outside of
The
Man
brand.
United.
Let's talk about it.
Marcus Rashford,
Let's
the
talk
brand.
about it.
I can't lie to you. I think people think, no,
He
not a
might
lot
think
of
he's
clubs will
better
be
than Atleti.
interested.
He'll be wrong, but he
Yeah.
might think he's better than Atleti. He'd be wrong.
Barca can't afford him.
Yeah, that's the financial side of it is true as well.
Barca,
You know what? Yeah. That's
Barca-
reality right there. Reality hit me in the
Barca-
face. Right there.
Hey, my brother, they
can't
can't.
play.
He doesn't start for Barca.
But,
He doesn't start.
and he wouldn't start for Barca.
He doesn't start.
Does he start tomorrow for Atleti?
He wouldn't.
Yeah.
You said, hold on. You
for
said,
Atleti.
would he be willing to do that? He just come out and said, I want a new challenge. I want to win this,
Yeah.
this. This is your perfect moment. Imagine doing
actually
it
selling
at
that,
Atleti.
Bro, I'm with it.
He's selling this all right.
If you're doing it at Atleti under Simeone, by the way, Simeone is not a defensive manager. You know
No,
this.
come
no,
on,
yeah,
we
yeah,
know
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah, he's
Come on,
not.
bro.
If you can do it under Simeone on this regime system,
Yeah.
bro, England will look at you like, you know what, you're playing in England, national team is ready for you.
Yeah.
Premier League teams might be like, yo, we did not think you could do that. Come.
He won't play for another Premier League team in his career.
Do you know what's so funny? Let me
My
read
brother,
out some
he
of the
won't play
chat
for another
because
Premier League team in his career.
the chat
That's
is.
what Frank Lampard said.
By the way, we're answered. By the way, Euro's playing right centre back.
That's what Frank Lampard said.
Yeah.
That's what
There's
Lampard
one Prem
said.
team, you know, that I was
Who's,
thinking if he was to leave.
I noticed we've all said foreign teams there. Is there in a Prem move you potentially think
Only
he
one.
could go on?
I don't know why.
Chelsea.
I see Newcastle. Yo, it sounds
Wow.
crazy. Hold up.
Saudi bag?
Hold up, it sounds crazy.
Alhaj, talk to me.
Listen.
Because that was a left
Yeah.
field one. I can't lie.
I didn't expect
that
that.
was the last name I was expecting to hear.
Saudi
You know when I
bag?
saw his face drop, I was like, ah,
That's
shit.
it. No,
I'm alone.
I'm always open to
No,
hearing
but let's
things.
sell it, bro. Let's
I
sell
feel
it.
like, you see with Newcastle, when the Saudis took over, everyone got excited. They were pumping crazy money. I feel like their cycle has now plateaued in a sense, yeah? Everyone's looking at the team and they're
Andrew's praying, by the
thinking...
way. Andrew's just praying right there. Like this is selling.
Aye, game is just about to
But
kick
go on,
off.
go
as
on,
well.
go on, saying.
Keep going.
I feel like everybody's looking at Newcastle and thinking they need that fresh start now. Maybe they need some new players. They're looking to bin some new players.
Yeah.
Marcus Rashford is a
we're
statement
off.
signing.
Yeah.
It's a statement signing. Like,
Yeah.
this is a player. He will be the poster boy at Newcastle. He's familiar with the Premier League. We've all seen what he can do.
Yeah.
He becomes the face of their new project. And let's be real, if they continue to pump money, they can become like Manchester City have become.
Yeah. I hear it. The thing is with Newcastle having financial constraints as well. I think with the FFP and PSR, I think they've been one of them. So I don't know if they would break the bank. But I think from a wage standpoint, they're definitely one of the clubs that could just absorb that. The other one I can see a lot of people spamming in the chat as well, Arsenal.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of Arsenal fans clamoring for that. And I'm thinking, how many broken toys do you guys want?
Yeah, for real.
Kai Havertz, Raheem Sterling. I'm like Zinchenko, Jesus. You know, we can fix it.
Addicted
Guys,
to toxic
can
relationships.
you just create your own kind of, you know?
No. Fix yourself first before coming to.
Yes.
That one. All I would say to that one is, I just think as an Arsenal fan, you should want better for yourself.
But one club,
I think, and Marcus Rashford, I think should, in my personal opinion, want a fresh start away from England
First
as well.
touch,
That's why I think the kind of foreign move to Barcelona or an Atletico Madrid, even to Serie A, I think Serie A.
No, not Italy.
No, Italy,
Paris.
Italy, bro.
Paris.
Physically,
Paris
he would
could.
feast over there, bro. I'm telling you.
Paris.